So let me explain the backstory. Last night, after my 6+ hour stream, I got a message from Silo Simon, and it was a GitHub repository, which I clicked on. And shout out to this person, Mark Dev, Chess Factory Hall of Fame, who looks like coded some script to find Lichess games that end with en passant checkmate. So there were 25 games on this list. People who understand code might have a better understanding of. Oh, I kind of understand this. So average rating is above 2000. Um, there's probably some function that determines en passant mates. Anyway, we have 25 games that I brought into the study, all of which end in en passant mates. Now, I've had this twice in my life. I should probably add my games at some point to this study. But I want to go through them and share the variety of ways that you can get en passant checkmates. And for most of these, we will look like towards the very end of this game, towards the very end of the game. And then I'll try and rank them. So like out of all the games, I'll try and find like the best ever en passant checkmate. So hopefully this will be really exciting. We're starting with this position, which already I see is mate in 2. Starting with bishop c3, black has one legal move, e5. Now this pawn can be captured by 2 different pawns, but of course we en passant discovered. Is this considered discover check? Or en passant check and mate? So that's a nice one. That was a nice little mate in 2 puzzle. Moving on, I have not seen these games prior. I just loaded them into the study. So this game, it looks like, yeah, black's going to win. Let's see how it happens. Queen g6. Some king's Indian line. Rook h1. Ooh, bishop here cutting off. So the king has no more escape squares. So white plays check. King g7, then g4. g4 would be a great move if not for en passant checkmate. Man. A g4, it's probably one of the worst moves, but white's probably getting mated by force. g4 is such a nice way to end the pain. Okay, that was number 2. Let's keep moving. Again, we'll jump to the end. Ooh. Oh, so white's up a queen here. White played this move, thinking, let's make a new queen. Black misses. Black had bishop e5, but played rook d1, fearing that white will queen. Bishop e5 is already mate in 2, which was played the next move. Gave white a chance to escape, but now sees it. Bishop e5. Only legal move is f4. And then en passant. Oh no, white's king. Ouch. I wonder if black saw bishop e5, but maybe just didn't like it. Anyway, okay, so yet another en passant mate in 2. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Toxic Penguins, for the sub. Again, we're looking for the most beautiful en passant mates. How is this going to end? So white won. Oh, so it's this pawn going to be moving forward. Look at this move, rook g4. Wait, is that a good move? Oh, it is. Okay, so takes, forcing king here. I feel like the most common form of en passant mate is when you give a bishop check at forcing the pawn to move 2 squares forward, and then you have a pawn to discover the bishop for mate. Oh, that's so nice. This is a top one so far with the rook sack. Let's make a note here. Rook sack. Of course, there is king h7, but black took the bait and ran into en passant mate. Okay, we're moving on. Ooh, this is a quick one. Ooh, white 1 connect 4, and then proceeds to expand the pawns. This reminds me of that weird... What is that weird emoji? Squiggly face emoji? This emoji, right? Where I don't even know how you make that face. Uh, anyway, yeah, the pawns are like smiling but also kind of frowning. Anyway, white gets a V shape. How is this going to be? Oh, bishop's going to come here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Check. So this is a very important moment because it's not every day you have two legal en passant. Both moves are en passant checkmate. For some reason, I thought this isn't checkmate, but both moves are checkmate. So what does white choose? White plays DE6, which I think is a small inaccuracy. You should always take towards the center. Then you have 3 center pawns. But this is double. This is the best one so far, I think. Double en passant mate. Other one was nice, but this, like, you have 2 options. Wow. Double assant. Yeah, we have to make some new French words. What does Stockfish choose? Oh, it was indecisive for a moment there. But yeah, it prefers FE6. Because Stockfish favors the center. Okay, moving on. Let's zoom forward. Ooh, Queen H1. Queen H1 is such a sad move. Now Queen C7, or Queen D6 or C7, forcing F4, and these pieces do nothing to defend the king from en passant checkmates. And this is nice because you need the pawn to come here. Or no, you don't. G2 is already controlled, but you control it again for good measure. That was nice. White looks so ridiculous here. It's like a croissant. Okay, moving on. Alekine's cat. Zooming forward. So white's gonna win. Ooh, queens are traded. White's down 2 exchanges here and a pawn. But white has secret plan in mind. Man, it's so common. Like bishop check, f pawn moves, and then en passant checkmate. This is nice. Without, because most of the other positions have been without have been with a queen. This is without a queen, and white was down material. So this position, like before rook here, which was a natural move, black's completely winning. Like black should just take the pawn. Yeah, the best way to stop en passant is to remove all the pawns on the 5th rank. Okay, again, we're gonna zoom forward. White's getting crushed. Oh, the same pattern. Yeah, f pawn moves and then en passant. I feel like the most common en passant mate is e takes f3 or e takes f6. Chess Factory will have to code a new script to give us some stats. Let's keep moving. Again, we check along this diagonal, e takes f3 mate. Okay, so we're beginning to see a pattern. Let's jump ahead. Again, ef6 mate. It's crazy because when you think of en passant checkmate, you wouldn't expect there to be like a very specific en passant capture. But I guess it's common. Of course, this is super rare, but when it does happen, it's most common for the f pawn to be moving and the king to be on h7 or h2. So I'm kind of looking for more unique situations. Again, e takes f3. Hey, F Paula, thanks for gifting 5. Appreciate that. I mean, I hope people are being entertained. Like, we can already see that white's going to win with e takes f6. Yeah. Oh, this is nice though, because white sacked the rook. Black should be winning in this position. Yeah, rook d8. And these squares are defended, and this is covered. Okay. Ooh. You would not expect en passant mate to happen from this position. So it's going to be white winning. White's down 2 pawns in a rook bishop endgame. Mate in 2. This is mate in 2? Black was so innocent. Black just innocently defended the g-pawn, because how else do you defend the g-pawn? Mate in 2. Bishop h4. You... Like, there's so few pieces on the board. The king's in a close to central square. You don't expect it to get mated when white just has rook, bishop, and few pawns. But g5 is forced. And hg6 is mate. Because the bishop controls this diagonal. The rook controls and defends g6, and these pawns are clutch. Wow. Endgame. Wow. I mean, white was basically just losing up until, right? Yeah, white's just dead here. And then out of nowhere, even up until like this position, okay, there's a few moves like rook c2, and these pawns are gonna run. Wow, king f6. This is crazy because king f6 looks like the most natural move too. All these pawns, except this pawn, but these pawns all play a purpose. Let's keep moving. So we're more than halfway through the games. There's 25 total. We're on game 14. I'm making comments for all the notable ones. We have the endgame wow, the without a queen, the double en passant mate, and the rook sack. Let's keep going. What? Why is the king? Wait, what is this game? Oh, it's kind of it's a closed Sicilian. Oh, this is cool. Well, black's king just took a walk. But white's king also may be taking a walk. What is this? And how is it going to end with en passant mate? And okay, I see white wins. So f4. Ooh, the king walks further. Opposition. What a position. Queen f2. Okay, always repeat. Oh! So after queen g3, of course, black should run back. Oh, but then there's queen g6. So black walks forward. And now here, queen g7, the skewer from behind. e5 is forced, completing some sort of diamond formation. And now en passant mate from behind. That's crazy. It's like and it's a skewer. Not that it matters that the queen is on b2. But what do we call this? The backwards en passant mate? Backwards en passant. Because most of the examples, almost all of them, have been like you check the king, a forward check, not a backward check. But when the pawn, so whenever you en passant, like this diagonal and this diagonal opens, and you always usually think forward, but the diagonals also open backwards. That was really nice. Plus a skewer. Plus skewer. A very nice shish kebab. Okay, that was nice. And keep moving along. Where was white's queen? BOTEZ Gambit. I'm already excited about this one. So white was excited to attack the rook. Lost a queen. Walks into a windmill. Leaves the king suffering. So white's threatening if rook b8, white has this and mate. So black plays bishop f6. We check. Check. Another, yeah, this is a beautiful windmill. White has mate in 1, but chooses not to mate in 1 because after f5 on passant mate. That was a cool one. BOTEZ Gambit. Or Oh No My Queen. Basically synonyms. Okay, that was nice. And it was discovered checkmate. En passant discovered checkmate. I guess most of these are discovered checkmates. Okay, we're moving on. King's on the run. Oh, another. Yeah, this is another classic one. Not the typical f-pawn move, but takes and mate. It's still beautiful, but not as notable as these other ones. It's tough when you're comparing. It's like comparing fine works of art to one another. Like you have to be even more selective. Okay. So white's gonna win. Ooh. Oh, g5. Thinking black's defending, but gets mated in 1. We'll call this g5. G5 double or quadruple, quintuple question mark. G5 is like the worst possible move. This is a non-discovered en passant mate. Because usually we're unleashing like a bishop diagonal. But this time it's you en passant with a pawn doing the check. Yeah, that's probably more rare. Non-discovery. Okay. Oh, this game. National Master, the Lord of the Board. I think this is the shortest game. 14 move en passant mate. Let's see how this happens. Comes from a dumb French Alekhine. It's like when you mix up the Alekhine and the French, so black just becomes passive. White gets a nice... Ooh, white gets a Greek gift setup. Ooh. Greek gift. Very typical, but how does this end in en passant mate? Oh, I see what's coming. Look at this. So h5, forcing the king to one of these squares. f6 is probably better, but this is more beautiful. White's queen is attacked, but white doesn't care. White takes, discover check, also unleashing the queen. Black has 3 legal moves. This, and this. All of them lose instantly. So black plays g5. This is the most beautiful way to lose. Look at this move. En passant, double check, mate in 14 moves. We saw double en passant earlier, but this is en passant double checkmate. Double, I think this is our first double mate when 2 pieces are mating the king. Bishop g5 is not legal. Whenever you're in double check, there's no, you can never create a situation where there's double check that can be responded to by blocking or capturing. Whenever there's 2 pieces attacking the king, you always have to move the king, no exception. Unless you're mated, then you just cry in sadness. Or you admire your opponent's beauty. That's nice. And the knight is clutch, controlling g7. That's really nice. This might be the winner so far. After 14 moves to get a mate like this, and the game was actually kind of logical with a Greek gift as well. Let's keep moving. We have 6 more. Oh, this is also 14 moves. Another French type position. Is this going to be the same thing? This is like almost the same thing, but slightly different. That's so funny. Oh. Whoever played this like the first game should sue the other player for copyright trademark infringement. We'll just say copyright infringement. It's the same thing. Oh, I thought that was so unique. It's just the same. Did I skip? Oh, I skipped game 18. Wait a minute. Oh, I skipped game 18. Let's look at game 18. So I skipped over this game mistakenly because I got so excited about the other ones. Oh, this is a classic one. Okay. So we've seen this example many times. Okay, moving on. So now we have 5 more. The final 5. We're zooming forward. Endgame. Oh, another E takes F3. Again, most common mates based on these games are EF3 if you're black or EF6 if you're white. Maybe that's a real copyright infringement. I don't know. Or maybe that's fair use. Oh, this is another French. Oh, is this going to be another... It's going to be another Greek gift. It's probably going to be the same thing. H4 is nice because we were still threatening the stacks. It's going to be the same thing. Man, this whole sequence, like starting with bishop h7, knight g5, the king comes to g6, and then we eventually like discover check and then mate. Wow. More copyright. It's crazy how this is like surprisingly common, but also so beautiful. It's like a double rainbow or triple, I don't know. Or it's like one of these solar eclipses. It probably happens every few years, but every time it happens, like it's so astonishing. It's so funny. These Greek gift games. Also, I should mention, I think because the knight is here, black can just move back. And queen h5 is met with knight f6, and black is probably just worse. Black's losing. But black was willing to be a victim of art. I have a few more. Another... Oh, this is going to be the same thing. Ah, it's the same thing. Oh, that's so funny. The first example we saw in this, I thought it was going to be like the standout, but this is just a recurring thing for some reason. And this isn't something that's easy to find, like using the opening book, because all of these games are unique. But yeah, special thanks again to Chess Factory for, I guess, compiling the list, and we're beginning to see some patterns. Now it's on my bucket list to get a mate like this. Have to play against the French more often. Okay, 2 more. Let's see if... Ooh, 17 moves. Another French-like position. Ooh, okay, this is a more unique one. This is a nice miniature. Bishop c4 on Passant in the center. That's a nice one. Let's call this unique miniature, because this is the shortest game that's like a more unique idea compared to the other ones that we saw. And then this one, okay. What? I clicked forward assuming like some normal opening. So yeah, black is probably... These players are probably like secret accounts of Hikaru and Magnus and rated in the like low 2000s for some reason. It started off normal. Black Mardimer, somewhat normal. And then king d7, and white wanted to join the party. And then black regretted the decision very quickly. Oh. Ooh. I feel like black's trying to lose. This is another case with double. We saw this one game earlier, double on Passant, but this is BONGCLOUD Passant, or double. I don't even know what to call this. Let me save the name of the players. Double BONGCLOUD Passant mate. I feel like Anarchy Chess would like this game. And this is another one. This is unique in so many regards because it comes from a BONGCLOUD type opening. It's a non-discovery, like the pawn is delivering the check. which I think we've seen is more unique, and white has 2 options. It would be, I'm slightly disappointed white or black didn't like play one more move just so white could win connect 4 and then play e5 and then win connect 5 with en passant checkmates. This would have been most beautiful. But this is still acceptable. Anyway, okay, there's a 25 games. I'll probably put all of that on YouTube, maybe do some cutting. I hope people enjoyed that. This is a celebration of 20 years of learning how to play chess. So it was a fun experience to go through these games. Big thanks again to this GitHub developer, Mark Dev. I'll leave the link in the video description and Twitch chat along with the Lichess study. And if you're watching in the future on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.